So welcome to part 5 of the DT100 build. It's just a recommissioning. We're just getting it back on the road. It's going to look exactly how it's going to look now, all old and tatty and weathered. We're just going to get it ready for the road and hopefully it'll do 500 miles. If you've not seen any of the others, go back and watch the first part. We'll leave you a link in the description. As for now, what we've got is rim tapes, rim lock or security bolt, whichever you want to call it. We've got a couple of old second-hand tyres we're going to put on it. Like I said, we're going to keep the budget down on this build. We've got some brand new inner tubes, some heavy duty ones, just in case we do a little bit of off-roading up in Scotland, because we know we can do that. So let's get the bits out and make a motorbike. So, we've got the front wheel. First thing to do is to put the bearings in. We've got a nice set of FAG bearings, top quality bearings, and a new seal. We have got 2 rim tapes. We got 21 inch and an 18 inch. So we want the 21 inch, that's for the front. Incidentally, the sizes for this bike of tyres are the same as the ones that we use for trials bikes. So I called up on a friend of mine, Jordan, at Rev Shed, and he just said, yep, no problem mate, I've got one of them for you can have, and donated the tyre. So thanks a lot, Jordan. And if anybody is interested in any trials bikes, we've had a trials bike off him. It was absolutely pristine. And at a price we could not have got one any cheaper, even if we'd have bought it privately. So yeah, thanks a lot, Jordan. He's got a real good outfit and a brand new workshop and showroom coming out soon for trials bikes. So check that out if you're into trials. Absolutely mint place. So yeah, so we got a security bolt, rim lock, whatever you want to call it. I'm security bolt personally. Leave us a comment if you think it's a rim lock or a security bolt. So we've got this, and this is a tyre that Jordan gave us. Needs a bit of a clean up on the rim, but look at that. How mint is that? Still got the actual bobbles in the middle. Jordan, thank you once again, mate. You're an absolute superstar. So what we need is we need to fit the rim tape. We need to do a little bit of work on the rim. Because it's steel, there's a bit of corrosion on it. So we need to clean that up. Yeah, I'm listening, people. You speak in comments and I do listen. Glasses on this time. So we didn't really know what to use for the to just spray on the inside of the rim to stop the corrosion. So I'm going to use some of this pt5 lubricant. Can't use WD-40 because that doesn't play well with rubber, and neither does grease for that matter. So I'll just whack a bit of that on. I know pt5 doesn't react with rubber. So we're going to be safe with that. But I'm not sure how much it's going to stop the corrosion. But it's not that important. It's not going to drop to bits. So that's that on. Now we need, there's a valve hole. I'm going to choose which one is the valve hole. We'll take that one. Not for any particular reason. One's for the valve hole, one's for the security bolt. There's the valve hole lined up. And then security bolt. For anybody who doesn't know what one of these is, security bolt, it clamps the tyre to the rim and stops it from sliding round. So let's just say, for instance, if you were flying down into a corner and you'd outbrake yourself, you'd need a heavy brake, you hit the brakes really hard. Now there's a chance, if you don't have a security bolt on, the tyre can slip on the rim. And that's bad for 2 reasons, because obviously you're decreasing braking, but most of all, it's going to pull the neck out of your inner tube. And then the tyre deflates really quickly. You get sky ground. So yeah, you don't want that, particularly on the front, because the front's pretty much uncontrollable. Should do pt5 spray again. Right, take some, oh my gully juice. Oh my goolies. Right then, so we need to figure direction of tyre out. Not that it's really, really important. So we've got the brake drum is on the left on this. Right, Billy. Hey, what's up? So with the brake drum on the left, you want the direction of rotation this way. So you look for the arrow. Ah, there it is. So that's the right side. So what I'll do, I'll have the brake drum down. We'll put it on that way. Now, because we're going to put it on that side first, we'll spray this side with umiguli juice. Umiguli juice is just soap and water, guys. Just a bit of hand soap and water. So most of this should push on. That's half done. Right, this is the trickiest part of everything. You've got to have fingers that go in about 5 different directions. I've been doing this since I was about 8 years old. That's when my dad started teaching me how to do certain things on bikes, and this was pretty much the first thing I ever did on my TY80. Bless him. But if a lady ever says to you, you're really good with your hands, this is why. Because I've been doing stuff like this my entire life. And what you're going to do is get it through there, but underneath the rim tape. There we go. So rim tape's nice and straight. And that pulls the security bolt out as far as it needs to. Stick that on just for... It can slide back in the tyre in between fitting the tube. To get the 21-inch tube. Right. And the secret with fitting a tube is just to put a little bit of air in it before you start. Pulled up in the last video and someone said no, when you're removing a tyre you should start 180 degrees away from the valve. Now I was always taught to start just beside the valve and end just beside the valve, and I was like, well, maybe I've been doing it wrong all these years. So I went on a little internet hunt, as you do, go down a little rabbit hole, and it turns out some people do that. But as I wasn't sure, I called up a friend who was a tyre fitter, a motorbike tyre fitter in particular, for quite a while, and he said, well, yeah, I'll just start near the valve, not actually on the valve, just at the side of the valve. But like I say, some tyre fitters clearly like to start a bit further away, and it's a bit of a mystery to what reason that is. So if anybody knows for sure the science behind fitting tyres and with inner tubes in, leave us a comment, because I would actually like to know that, if I've been doing it right or wrong all these years. I don't want to be going and telling people the wrong thing. But with this, for sure, I've got to put the security bolt side on. When I'm threading the tyre back on, I'm going to have to start at the security bolt side, because the last thing I want to do is get all the tyre on, get round to the security bolt, and then I can't get it in. So let's get that bit done first. This should be simple enough. Just press the security bolt right in. There you go. And that should just sit there like that. Get a bit of umiguli juice. I've no idea, by the way, why it's called umiguli juice. Again, it's my old man, my dad's crazy sense of humour. Brad did actually find it quite funny the first time he says it. Who wash ye and who wash ye we? And wash ye we a sen. Right, at this point, it's mega easy to nip your tube. Super easy. And if I'm honest, I've not done this in quite a good few years. And the secret is not to go in too deep with your lever, because when you do, that's when the damage gets done. The first bit's easy, it should just fall on. But now the trouble that we've got is, because we've got a security bolt in place, we can't get to the centre of the trough inside the rim. So it just gives us a little bit less room to play with. So it might be a tiny bit harder to get on the actual rim. But that looks like the first part of it on. Trying not to be too greedy at this point and take too much. And it just makes your job 10 times harder. And the secret is lots of soap. So, final stages. Again, not too greedy. Don't shove it in too far. Not a problem I have that often, if I'm honest. And try not to nip the tube. And the object is to get it round, keep pulling it round until, go on, slide down you little shit. Yeah, that should actually push on now. See, look, when you've got a bit of soap on, you can just manhandle it in a lot of the time. This tyre doesn't seem very old. When they get older, the walls become rock hard, and then they're really hard to manipulate. Once it rim, that looks pretty cool. Right, so all we've got to do now is spray a bit more umigula juice on both sides, and that will help the bead seat. And then just to finish off, best way to find out if you've nicked your tube or anything, a bit more umigula juice. And what happens there is if there's a leak, because there's soap in the water, it blows big bubbles. That looks absolutely fine. Yeah, no bubbles. So, been digging in the yard and we found this. It's not a good tyre, but it's a good trials tyre. An old Michelin X11. And we've got to clean it up, tidy it up, make sure there's no spideys and festies in it. No mice in there. Hello? Anybody in there? It is a tubeless tyre, but with a bit of pressure, it should go on this rim. No problem. Thing is with tubeless tyres is they're a tiny bit smaller, because with a tubeless, obviously without having a tube, you need something to seal it, and it seals on the actual edge of the rim. So it has to be tighter to hold the air in, especially with these tyres, because with trials they run them at 4 psi, sometimes 3 psi when it's really soft and muddy, so they fall off the rim, so they have to be really tight. So it might be a bit of a problem when it comes to putting the bead on. But for now, all I need to do is, in fact, while we've got it here, let's have a look, let's clean it up a little bit and have a look at the date. We're not going to be setting any land speed records with this bike. In fact, I think it's going to be breaking down more than we'll be riding it, but it'd be fun, because I like that kind of stupid shit. So somewhere on the side wall there will be a little rectangle. Here we go. So the number on this tyre is 4112. Now that date code is a 41st week 2012. So it's a 10-year-old tyre. The thing is with these tyres is they're really soft. So, and we're not really going to be going very fast. So although it is a 2012 tyre, it's not like there's no big tears in the sidewall. It's going to have a tube in it. Bike's not going to be going any more than 35 mile an hour more than likely. My lord. Brakes on that side. I'm not sure there's a direction on this, not that it really matters. So I'll leave that like that in the right position. Get the rim tape. Right, that's this first side on. Tinner tube. I swear if I talk the way I really want to talk, my normal Sheffield accent, nobody would be able to tell what I was saying. I'd need subtitles. Well, there are subtitles anyway, but... Right. Same thing, bit of air in it. Now when I'm refitting the tyre, I always start 180 away from the valve. I think that should be it, that might push on there. Boom, finished, bang on the valve. Shout out to any tool companies if you want to sponsor us. Yeah, looks like we've wrenched the neck out of it. Well, it gives us a chance to take it all off again. Yeah, we nipped the tube. Oh, fairly confident I'd got that one, but we've nipped the tube. There you go, and that's what it looks like when you nip a tube. Completely my fault, hold my hands up, it doesn't always go right, and it's just cost me a tenner, and I'm a Yorkshireman, that hurts me. So, I don't patch tubes, we'll just go and buy a new one. $12.95. Right, attempt 2. Well, this time, I'm not going to nip the tube. No, I'm really not going to nip the tube. No, really, I'm not. And also, I'm not going to bore you anymore because this video is already over 20 minutes long. We're going to time lapse it. Right, sorted. It's got £60 in it. Looks to be seated on bead all the way around. It's great success. It's definitely not leaking. I would probably hear it with £60 in it. I would probably hear if there were a leaking tube or a nipping tube or anything. Let's get it all back together. Scotch Brite pad. Again, I got told off a couple of videos ago. Those brake shoes might be from the 70s. I think they had asbestos back then. So I've just literally given myself cancer. Yes, we are going to put new chain and sprockets on. But first, I want to take this little thing for a ride. Well, first of all, we just need to apologise for how long this bike's taking. We did a plan on getting this bike ready to go to Scotland a few weeks ago. It's getting stretched out a little bit. It's having to. We've got lots of things going off with the transport. If you've seen any of the vlogs, you know that a few things go off that delay us. It's a full intention to get this Scotland trip done on these two little bikes. But I'm sure you can understand we've still got day-to-day things that we need to get done. If you do enjoy watching these videos, it's really important that you leave us a comment. Just leave us a comment down below and like the video, and that'll just put us out to other people who like the same kind of content that you do. It takes us a long time to edit these videos, and for me, I'm not a very good editor. You can probably tell that by the quality of the videos, but it's a big commitment to us. So we're putting them out there for free. We're not earning any money from them. All we hope to do is just get our name out there as a good motorcycle transport company. So please leave us a comment, like it, and if you want to, share the video out. Other than that, what you can do to help us is watch our other videos. We'll put a playlist up just here, so watch through that playlist. That's for a track bike that we're building to go to Cadwell Park, and then you might find this video interesting as well, so because you like your old bikes, obviously. Also, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. It's like 4% of people who watch our videos are subscribed. Thanks for watching.